What's up, dog?
Hi. Nothing much. How are you?
I'm good.
How are you,
I'm
Benny?
good. I realized I drink a bunch of water and I've got it all in my mustache.
Oh.
But we're starting off hot. It's like going into
Hydrating.
just milk mustache immediately.
It's like good for your follicles.
That's true. What's new with you?
What is new with me? I don't know. Summertime. I've been on the road a little bit. Been traveling. I feel like something just happened, but I'm not.
Like in your world?
In my like professional world. Anyway, mostly I moved in May to a new apartment that I'm really enjoying, and I'm
Hell yeah.
really.
You and I used to be neighbors.
Yeah, we used to be neighbors, and then
We would see each other at a coffee shop sometimes.
yes,
Yeah.
and I'm still in that realm.
Oh, so you moved around in that
Right.
zone?
I used to
I'm not
live
gonna dox you.
where we are currently. I used to
really?
be. Yes.
Don't dox me, though.
Yeah. I used to be. I just give your exact address and phone number and social security. I used to live around here, and now I live closer to where we used to live, but in a new place. And I've been really enjoying that all summer. Like that's been a big part of my summer, and going on the road.
Cool. Yeah, hell yeah.
And
Are you doing an hour on tour and shit like that?
yes.
Nice.
I'm about to do that in New Orleans. I just did that in Kentucky.
Hell yeah.
Although
and I'll dive in immediately. Now we're talking vague abstractions. I love your stuff.
Wow,
fan
thank
of
you, Benny. That means so much.
Cool voice, cool unique perspective in the space.
Wow, thank you. That means a lot coming from you.
I appreciate it. We had a lot of fun at that Hoboken bookstore show. That was fun.
Yeah, I think. Oh wait, that was really fun. I really like that kind of cultural show. Like I love crunchy boomers. I mean, it wasn't all. I feel like it was pretty kind of mixed, but I mean, it was a lot of people like older than 50. I love that, frankly.
Oh yeah.
And
let's fill in the folks with the vibe.
And I think that I was like, that was such a zany. Somehow we were being so zany in the green room was like the children's section of this bookstore. I feel like we were being really silly, but I don't remember what.
Well, it's like we've got like plushies for kids that are like book related, and we're putting them on our head, and we're taking pictures.
Yeah. Oh right, that was so fun.
We're like we had alcohol. So it was
yes.
like,
yes. We had wine.
that's the first show I've drank on. I think. Okay.
Oh really?
Either ever.
Oh really?
Or I drank one other time in Philadelphia, and I drank so much I am not sure if that happened.
Wait, you don't drink at all at shows?
Never. Yeah. Except for that. Except for the time with you at Hoboken.
I'm trying to think. That's good. I feel like I'm.
The other one in Philly, I think I got drunk after an open mic, but I don't remember if it was. Well, I had a few beers, and I can't remember if I had them before or after going on stage, because I had a few beers.
I think it's a good. Like, yeah, right.
Do you drink on?
Yeah,
stage?
I do. Frankly, I like it, but I feel like it should not be a habit. Like I think I should do it less frequently. Like I love the feeling of having like half a glass of wine or something. And I used to like I went through this whiskey era. This was back in DC.
Really? When whiskey on like bringing it up on stage and like.
I mean, just kind of generally. This was like in my later 20s, and I was like, and that was now 40 years ago. At some point, like when I was a few years into open mics in DC, I just sort of decided as a woman that I was going to get into whiskey. So, and it kind of worked. There was this one bar in DC that was sort of like femme coded, but was specialized in whiskey. So then I would order a lot of whiskey sodas with lemon. And I really think that it's not like I overdid it on one particular night. It's just that eventually I got really sick of the taste, or I found it too sugary. So now if I have one in general, the taste of a whiskey will often take me very specifically back to starting stand-up comedy. And I think it's generally a good habit that I'm not drinking whiskey every night. But I like having wine at a show. But I feel like then there is a nice feeling. I don't know, because I feel loose. But then also sometimes it'll make you tired or cloudy, and maybe that's like, or one. And then recently I've been into having a Red Bull. Just a Red Bull.
Just a Red Bull? Not like a Red Bull vodka?
I have had that before.
Really?
But if I don't feel like drinking, or if I'm like, like going to another spot right after, I'll just have a Red Bull, because I drink a lot of coffee that I don't think coffee affects me, but I like Red Bull because even if psychosymptomatically, I get like a yeah.
I'd
But
love
anyway,
to see you on a Red Bull on stage. I'd love to see you on a Red Bull vodka.
Crackdown. Yeah.
Energy. Well, there's certain comics where it's like, I'd like to see you do different energy performances.
Yeah. I understand that.
Yeah. You've got some stuff. I mean, like, you're okay. What I like about you is you're exploring topics that people aren't necessarily exploring, and then I like it. Like,
yeah, okay.
You're doing fractal material. You're doing Rome.
Yeah,
like ancient Rome.
unfortunately,
I don't know, like, it's cool, and maybe a mutual shared thing.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not doing that much like on the apps type stuff.
You mean like dating?
Yeah, or
yeah.
generally,
Oh, you mean like comedically you're not?
Yeah.
Or like, yeah.
Right.
I understand. Yeah. No. I was like, I get it. Yeah.
Yeah. There's a lot of
right.
a lot of comedy topics that people are like, all right, well, what is my take on
this thing in our culture or zeitgeist, right?
Yeah. And I like how you're not doing that,
and you're not doing it,
right? And hell
hell yeah,
fuck yeah,
hell yeah. I think it's like,
I don't know.
I struggle. Maybe I don't know how do you feel this, but I struggle to like. I'm really bad about writing dating jokes, like. I'm not bad about it. I just mean, what's the right wording here? I mean, like, I'm not very skilled at it. Like, I think that I have a few jokes about that. I have one joke about something that happened that's, like, related to, like, a man. But so I guess in theory it's about dating, but it's, like, more like a specific thing that happened.
Well, yeah, I've got dating adjacent stuff.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's how I feel. I struggle with writing a joke that's like about dating on the apps or something that's actually that I care about or is in my voice. And it's okay. I find that material about that to be really funny if it's funny and I enjoy it, like from others. But yeah, I've never been able to write relationship material very well or just dating unless it's like something.
Maybe you'll feel this way. My two thoughts are, because so many people are in that space, it's hard to find necessarily a new thing. Maybe that's part of it.
That's interesting, right?
But then the other side of it is, I remember dating this person and they were like, please never make jokes about me on stage. And I'm like, okay, well, if you talk about dating on stage, people are worried about dating you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because then they're like, I'm going to be, people don't want to be people don't want to be, you know what I mean?
Right. Huh. Right. And I also find, I've had people I've dated tell me that, but I also kind of am like, well, I'm not trying to write a joke about you, by the way. But also sometimes it's crazy. Organically. Yeah, like who do you think you
weird
are?
As hell.
Yeah. But then organic. I'm trying to. What's an example? Like one. What's an example? I don't know. I'm like blanking. Like one time, like this ended up being a 2-year relationship. At the beginning of it, he like made my bed really nicely, like while I was gone, and I like noted that, and so I made a quick joke about that, but it wasn't really about him or anything, or like
That would freak me out.
I know, exactly. It kind of freaked me out. Like,
I wouldn't want that. I'd be like,
but maybe I know, especially there's something about, maybe it's like kind of gendered, but it still kind of freaked me out because maybe it's a little bit gendered, right? Where it's like, okay, thanks, daddy. Like, but also it's like, huh? Thank you.
It's
I don't
necessary. I don't know. I mean, cooking for someone, it's like, yeah, you can then eat the food.
Yeah.
But like making their bed, it is like, brother, we don't need to. That was not a necessary gesture.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, or like right now, I have a joke about somebody. I won't talk more in depth about the joke, but it's just that somebody, like, I saw his shit, like he didn't flush it in his space. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So like in theory, that's about dating because that was on a date of sorts, but the joke is like about that. I guess that's kind of like, or yeah, and that happened in September, and then now I've only now kind of figured out how to make it into a bit. But then also separately, like, I don't know, if I'm in a relationship and I have material about it, I have to cough, excuse me. I have tuberculosis. I know. I'm just okay. So
if you're in a long-term thing,
you don't want
to.
I find it easier to write a joke about it later, like after I've had a lot of time to process.
No, that makes sense. Yeah, I mean, because the emotions are fresh in that moment, and also it's like talking about it on stage. If you're in something, can fuck up the vibe. You're not trying to process.
Yeah. You're right.
Yeah.
And I think the audiences can kind of.
People can tell.
They can tell.
I used to. You ever go to mics and like, there's like comedians who are dating, and then they do like material about.
Oh
like,
yeah,
partner,
I think it's
like,
weird.
you see them like do it passive aggressively, and you're like, oh, you're gonna break up.
Yeah. I think that really happens.
I've seen that. Yeah.
Benny, you said no gossiping.
I'm not naming names, and this is years ago.
Right.
Listen. Okay, so I guess in terms of like topic choice. Oh, no worries. No, you're good. As long as you cough elsewhere.
Yeah, not to your mouth. Okay, sorry. Excuse me. What were you saying? What to say?
Just the idea of like, how do you pick in a topic to like talk about? Like,
yeah.
Are you like, I want to talk about. Do you have a Gollum bit?
Yeah, I do.
What's the Gollum? I'd like it. I forget what it is. We both have a Gollum bit. So
I have like 1.5.
1.5
or
Gollum
2.
Bits. You've got a Gollum bit and a little bit of a Smeagol bit.
Yeah. Excuse me, folks.
Folks.
Okay, sorry. I have an old Gollum bit.
Pleased with myself smile when I made that joke. I feel like I went. Sorry. Anyway. Sorry. You have an old Gollum bit.
Smeagol. I have an old one. No. I think it's just that when it was like starting, like when I was a few years in, I was in DC. I had some reference to Gollum regarding like my body, like I had a buzz cut, so I looked kind of crazy. Like I looked like Gollum.
Okay.
I mean, not, but like, because I kind of was like, sometimes I'll like, if I'm feeling physical on stage, I'll be like kind of bendy or something. Yeah. And that, and I have like my eyes. I don't even think I realized this until I was a few years into comedy that I like bulge my eyes sometimes. And so I like, just kind of, so I had some reference to Gollum years ago, but I actually kind of forgot what the wording was. It was just that like, something about my body language, I related myself to Gollum, or like I had a lot of jokes about how I looked like Obama, because I really did. I was just like, I dressed more androgynous and I had a buzz cut. And then the more recent joke about Gollum is that I'm like just making fun of the fact that there's black people in the new Lord of the Rings series, just because it's like, which obviously I think is cool, but like whatever representation. But I'm just kind of making fun of it because it's like,
how does that joke go?
What? Yeah, wait. What is it? At long last, the diaspora has spread to the Shire, and then.
I love that voice. Oh,
thank you. I promise I sell it more on stage. Okay, so something. It's like, what the fuck is the joke?
Black Gollum, and then you would do an act out.
No, I do it like really Def Jam style. Yeah. No, it's just about how
I love
something about.
Sorry, I'm not going to do any voice, but something in the space of how Bernie Mac goes, I love pussy, they sell by the pound, but they should sell by the pound, and it's Gollum talking about the Ring and a Def Jam.
Wait, that's
like,
great.
I love the Ring.
I love that.
Yeah.
The line is about how they should make Gollum a woman. Like, I won't rest until, like, if it's about progress and representation, like, I won't rest until they finally make Gollum a woman of color.
Oh yeah.
And then I
say,
I'm seeking employment, and then I like do some of an act out.
Oh hell yeah!
That's like the recent iteration of it, I guess.
Yes. That's how I was riffing on the joke that I was subconsciously remembering of making. Yeah.
And it's drawn drawn medium to light attention from people who are really into the Lord of the Rings universe, or like science fiction conversations in general, or fantasy conversations. And I have to confess, I'm not really steeped like that. I just kind of like had that observation, but I don't mind that the people coming to me, like talking to me about that, you know?
Yeah.
Like I'd rather I'd rather that be my audience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And that's a fun audience. That's a fun zone.
Yeah.
I guess the larger question being, we got this, like, how are you deciding what to write about?
Oh, right. Sorry, that was like a long
I know it's sort of
tangent.
a stupidly classic.
Wait, are we supposed to be
stand-up
engaging
question.
this?
Yeah, whatever. Who the fuck
Can
cares?
I now? Wait,
You
are you going to announce it?
Please do it. No, I don't give a shit. No.
I want to do
Is
something.
what arts and crafts stuff speaks to you?
This is good. This is good for ADHD.
What speaks to you?
Okay, so yeah, how do I think of like premises or material? Is that what
That's
you're
such
asking?
a stupidly. Well, it's not. I'm not. Because I'm not asking like how you write jokes as much as or any of that. But I'm more. My question is like, are you deliberate about like topic choice? Are you like, I want to write a joke about ancient Rome?
Sometimes,
You know.
sometimes yes.
Okay.
Sometimes though that doesn't work. Like
Yeah,
right
I know
now,
what you mean. Yeah.
what's
Like
an
what?
example of that? Like right now, fuck. I'm trying to write a. I know. It's because
I'm
I'm
on string
cursed.
mode.
This is like a curse. So I like try. Okay, because I just realized that I have a lot of material right now that have to do with like things that are spirals, like just generally, like things in the world. So I'm trying to like kind of anchor my hour around that. But I also now feel like I'm like shoehorning ideas into this framework, which I don't know is feeling like for example, last time I just kind of did an hour of new stuff at Union Hall. I was doing this was 2 ones ago. I was trying to do stuff about like duck dicks, like duck penises or spirals, which I didn't have a joke about that. I just had jokes about other things.
You want to hear a joke about that?
You do?
I do.
Oh my gosh, yeah, what's the joke?
It's the opposite angle. But okay, duck pussy is like famously a labyrinth. That's why ducks like breadcrumbs so much. That's how they find their way out.
That's
They
great.
pull out.
Oh my gosh, wait, this is so interesting. Okay, so I'm going to steer clear because it's your territory.
Well, no. I don't do that joke. Because why don't I do that joke? Maybe I'll try that joke.
It's funny.
Yeah, that is funny. Oh, you know what? People don't agree. People don't know that duck pussy is a labyrinth.
Oh, right.
And that's not something that they're like ready to immediately co-sign if they haven't heard it before.
Right, I see that.
But
People
the penis
get-
being a spiral, I think people would be on board with immediately. What's your spiral joke? Is it a
No.
fractal penis? That'd be
What
awesome.
did I say about it?
Like it goes smaller and smaller, and you can infinitely tiny heads that are all coming.
Wait, that's so
Sorry.
funny, actually.
I don't mean to write in your.
No, but I couldn't find like a joke about it. I just kind of was trying to talk about it in a structured way, but it didn't really like land or make sense. But then I called the hour Duck Dick's Other Spirals. Wait, maybe I can just keep calling it that and like just reference the fact that sometimes you can't force your hand at something. But anyway,
Like a duck dick trying to force its way
into a duck pussy.
Could you have spirals be like the main focus, and then also be like, and here's in the wider.
Yeah. That
the
sounds
idea? Is that
right.
what- is that
That's
your
kind of what I'm
okay.
thinking in general. And so anyway, that was like something. Like I'm doing a show in Boston in September that I'm calling Duck Dick's Other Spirals. But I don't have a joke about duck dicks. I just have that's like, I just thought it was like a fun, it sounded fun. And then, sometimes like, because I really love writing jokes about history, definitely I'll have a topic that comes to mind, like a historical topic or person that I want to write a joke about, but it's not, sometimes sometimes it works, but sometimes I'll struggle with finding it like an authentic joke out of it. So I find that also the inverse will happen where something kind of just, like I feel like my observational jokes are things that happen to me and then
With like, the history is more of like looking into. Is that Are you like, okay, I want to write a joke about this person because I've already watched some sort of documentary on XYZ.
I think, yeah,
Abe
sure.
Lincoln because you watched it, Gettysburg Good Dress or something, or is it like you're like, oh, I want to know about Attila the Hun. Let me look into Attila the Hun and try to write Attila the Hun jokes or something.
I would say it started because, I have a master's in history and I worked for
Cool.
years in history museums, like most of my 20s. So then, and as I started comedy and as it moved forward a bit, I still was. So I feel like when I started comedy, I was just thinking
I'm turning
about
on the
historical ideas. Sorry?
Turning on the hot glue gun, by the way.
Oh, fun. Fuck it up. Wait, I realized to swear on on
I just said
public
penis and
radio.
duck pussy and whatnot. But yeah. Oh shit. You have a master's in history.
Yeah, so and like
And
public history. So I was like focusing on museum stuff. So anyway, when I started comedy, which was like as I was finishing my program, I was like really thinking about. I was thinking in historical terms. Like I was thinking about ideas and frameworks and people and anecdotes that are historical in nature. So that really shaped a lot of my early comedic thinking. So I think that still is the case. Like the root of me trying to do stand-up comedy is like
a textbook.
Yeah, or like I mean, sure, but
a museum
stuff like a primary source.
Oh.
Or like a secondary source, or like a textbook that analyzes the primary source. But we had to read so many primary sources, and I've specifically. Yeah, I worked for like a long time at a Civil War museum, so I just had always talking and thinking about Lincoln and emancipation policy and stuff because of secondary sources and like material that we have to read to prepare to do presentations or tours. And then in grad school, like we were reading a lot of like a letter by somebody in the 18th century, and then another thing that analyzed that letter, and then like learning the skills of being a historian. So somehow those things are really like the like the research tools or whatever, or like the analysis tools.
And so that informs your process, or that also informs like, the structure of the ideas?
I think both.
Okay.
To be honest, both.
To be honest, can we be fucking honest on here?
If I can be frank.
Both. By the way, my plan is to glue this eyeball to the end of this string and make some sort of eyeball string.
So I really love eyeballs.
Oh, you got a bunch of eyeballs.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think they're really creepy and fun.
Yeah, they're great.
So yeah, okay. Like right now. Okay, so I'm I'm like thinking about spirals. I'm thinking about fractals. I'm thinking about the Fibonacci sequence. I just found this book on the street outside of Fort Greene Park called Euclid. Hang on, I have it in my bag. 1 second.
Abe Lincoln fractal speech. 4 and 4 days and 4 hours and 4 minutes and.
Is that like?
Sorry.
Be interesting if that was like according to the Fibonacci equation.
Yeah.
Which.
Yes.
It's like. Well, it would be reverse, I guess, right?
Trying to figure out that.
So it's like 1 plus 2. Hang on. It's like 1 plus 2 is 3.
Yes.
And then 3.
Famously.
Never mind.
3 plus 2 is 5. 5 plus 3 is 8.
Yeah. So Euclid's
you got the book on you?
window.
Whoa.
Because I think I have to go to my spot after, so I'm going to be on the train for a long time. Euclid's Window, the story of geometry from parallel lines to hyperspace. So it's like about the history of broadly like Greek, like how Greek mathematical thinking shaped our relationship to abstract thinking and reason, but also honing on this guy. My point is that now I'm like really thinking about like spirals and stuff, because it's just talking about, Greek mathematicians and how they're making sense of space, like our lived space and shapes, and thinking about geometry in terms of space. I mean, geography, like. So anyway, so like I'm like, oh fuck yeah, I can write jokes about this, but sometimes it's not that easy for me. I have to be like,
yeah, okay,
well, what is this actually like? Is this just something I think is kind of cool and interesting, but or is there like space for a joke there? And I feel like I've over the years had to learn to. Ooh, I can smell that getting hot. Kind of interesting.
Yeah, that's the cool part, right? That's how you know it's good to go.
Yeah, it's how you know the juices.
You ready?
Juices is juiced up.
Juice.
Ooh.
Watch out, it is hot.
I'm into these glue dots.
Yeah, they might. Oh fuck, it's hot. Fuck, I forgot it's hot.
How? Are you okay?
It's like it's like totally fine.
Sorry.
I'm continuing what you're saying with this idea of working in that space. 2 thoughts there. The first being like sometimes I'll like study some sort of thing. Like I'll read about a gel. And by study I mean like I'll watch a YouTube video about dinosaurs.
Right.
But then,
right.
I won't immediately get a joke from that. But then later I'll be like, watching a video about like some promo video for somebody doing like a real estate promo for like a downtown Manhattan apartment. And having watched the dinosaur video, I look at that and I'm like, oh, interesting. I can see how like I'm going to connect this back to the dinosaur.
Right. That's so cool.
And so I think maybe a little bit what you're doing as well is it's like you're loading up the
cannon, the glue cylinder, loading
up.
up.
To also get an eyeball to attach it to,
and then something activates.
Yes.
Like you take in a documentary or you read something,
then you have to see some other shit.
Like that creates this backlog of just like material observation. Of inspiration, where it's like the cylinder. The glue cylinder, and then like something in your day or something else you encounter.
It's the eyeball.
Is the eyeball, and you're like, wait, I have a system for execution. I have like a way to utilize the glue cylinder.
And that's pulling the trigger.
Like the thing you saw.
Absolutely. Well, and then the second follow up is, if you're reading about Euclid's window and spirals and whatnot, and there's all this stuff that's like, okay, I assume you were thinking a lot about this, where it's like, how do I get the crowd to know what the hell I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like, how do I get them to know this immediately?
It took a lot of failure on my end to figure out how to kind of bridge that gap, just because I was really thinking along such nerdy lines when I first started open mics. But I was also doing different kinds of mics. I was doing bro-ear mics, and I was doing like black rooms in DC. So it wasn't just like a kind of like wonky, bespeckled young millennial audience in DC only. Like, so I had to figure it out.
The crowd's bespeckled. I'm like, let's go. It's Euclid material time.
I know. I know. I love that. But it's not the only people that come to see comedy. I think that's important. Right. So, and I'll always believe it's important to put yourself in different kind of comedy audiences to the extent that it's of interest or something. But like,
do you plan on using the goo gun, by the way? Maybe I'll turn
not yet. You can turn that puppy off. You can give her some rest. Yeah. I'm gonna draw some things with. So then, wait. An example just came to my mind. Wait. When I first started, like one of my first, I had this like idea about What's the word? Personifying. Personifying is the verb. Right?
Yeah, like taking an animal and being like, he's wearing
the planets. Like this was like early on. Cool. And it was honestly based off like a really silly conversation I'd had like as a senior in college. And so then years later, I thought about that as I was like writing jokes, and that always had stuck in my mind as something kind of fun to try out, which is just like, what would they be saying? Like, and I don't even remember, but it was just like, Mars is like hot or so, like something about Mars being physically hot. Is that correct? No. Oh, I actually forgot. Like, anyway, but the point was I was giving a personality to each of the planets, and then Pluto had some like joke about Pluto being like, but I exist or whatever. And so then something like that. And, it was so like, I didn't know how to do material like that. It was just an idea that I'd had that mostly was confusing and too weird. A guy I was dating at the time who was generally supportive of me was like, me doing obviously open mics was like, I don't know about that. And then sure enough, one time a woman in the audience was like, too highbrow. And I don't think it's highbrow. I just think I don't know. I didn't know how to do that. And I also think it was like not the right, like it wasn't the right instinct. Like if I had a joke about that now and I hadn't made it work, I would do it maybe at like a union hall, but not at a certain other environment, where this mic was. So that's just an example of something that I couldn't. I don't know. Yeah.
No, that makes sense. I tried to do one where I was personifying all the colors of the rainbow.
Wait, that's so interesting. And kind of similarly coded.
Similarly coded idea. And I was kind of like, they're kind of like a Greek pantheon, which is interesting with the planets because that's also like a space that's like they're also.
I know it's off, but I'm gonna try.
Oh yeah, it should still be kind of hot. I forget the whole premise, but kind of like indigo. I don't know. I had different ones like because like they were hooking up, but then like it was like because it was like Greek mythology. There's like incest almost. It's like
right,
like blue and red like had a kid which was purple, but then purple and blue also had a kid which was indigo, something like that.
I
don't
love
know.
that. That's really creative.
I appreciate that. I don't know if it was funny enough.
Right. Not right. I mean, like,
right,
I just.
right. Yeah.
I mean, like, I understand what you mean. I think I've run into that, but I think that sounds really creative and.
I appreciate.
Like, distinct, like unique to your voice.
Thank you. It's having fun and going a more interesting, creative direction, and
Yeah.
like I would much rather have a joke about like the beauty of a snowflake than about like being on the apps, just because it like just aesthetically there's something so fun. Like I've been thinking about a lot about apple cider lately.
Oh, fun!
It's like there's something there for me. You know what I mean? I really enjoy the vibe.
You've been thinking about apple cider.
Yeah.
What sparked that?
I was thinking about apple cider.
Did you have some, or you were just thinking about it?
I think I saw some at the store and I was like, yes, I need to think about this.
Yeah, exactly. I know. I kind of know what you mean. Like structurally, I know what you or systematically. You're like, okay, I've been thinking of apple cider, and now do you want to write a bit about it, or do you have a bit?
Love to. I've got a few that are not that well developed, but I.
That's really cool.
Appreciate, but it's been difficult. It's like your spirals where I'm looking at apple cider. I'm like, all right, there's got to be something.
Yeah, but there will be.
Yeah, there will be. I gotta let it sit.
You know what happens to me is I will be like, come on, I want to write a joke about George Washington. Come on, Brittany. And then I just have nothing. And then like 6 months later, something, well, I guess it's like what we were talking about earlier.
You put it on deck. Yeah.
And you're like, oh. And sometimes it happens to me with like punchlines that make a otherwise fun premise, but a not, oh, I know. Like I have one right now that's like, the whole fractal stuff is this like bit that's really long, but it has to do with broccoli. And it just took me forever to figure it out as anything that was like funny. I just thought it was funny. I thought it was interesting when I had the slide about broccoli.
I know the broccoli
Right.
bit. It's
just
like your mom told you it was a fractal or something, and then you're
well, that was like the thing that made it work. Like,
oh, yes.
I had this like random. I was like, oh, a floret is identical to a crown of broccoli. And then I wanted to rank a joke about that, but obviously no one knew or cared what I was talking about, and it took like so long. And I do feel comfortable shouting this name out because she's my friend, and which is a comedian, Julia Shiplet, at one point was like, Brittany, no, that's too weird. Like, I want to hear about your personal life. And this was last fall, and in her defense, I really was failing at this premise that no one was invested in. But then a series of things happened to me related to that made the joke ultimately work, including my mom like knowing what a fractal is. So after like I got kind of like a guy came up to me to talk to me about fractals after my set, like a random guy, and then 2 months later my mom like responded to something. So long story short, without going into detail, is like without boring people about the bit, is like a number of real life things happened that
like
made
connected.
yeah. And then that's kind of made it a bit meta, but I don't mind that, I guess, right now. So anyway.
No, that's cool. No, it's an interesting. It's like it's a story, but it's also like about how ideas are. I don't know.
Right.
It's cool. It's a cool bit. Sorry, folks, that you don't get to see it in this moment. Sorry. Go check it out if it's online.
It's not yet, but
not online.
stay tuned, friends.
Stay fucking tuned.
Or just find my ass performing around New York City. When does this come out?
I don't know.
Cool.
Probably like next week.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. I've got a quick turnaround because I don't do this podcast enough. I just had Nico on.
Oh, you did? Okay, cool. Carney, double the Carney.
Double the Carney, which
could have been double the Carney in person, but it didn't really work.
Was it?
Sorry, it could have been double the Carney in person,
yes.
but it did not quite work.
Yeah, I was trying to do the thing where I have 4 people on as I was doing.
Would we all be at this table?
It was so fucking hard to.
I know comics are naughty.
Yeah. People are
and
like,
busy, you know.
Yeah, they're just like, oh, I've got a set. I'm like, all right, well, you also have a podcast.
It must be like I've gotten in trouble with boyfriends who are not in comedy. Like I'm like, oh, huh? I have a show. And they're like, Brittany, like, I was really hoping that we would go to dinner or something, like that kind of thing. And that's happened to me, like, in like, yeah, in my past 2 serious relationships were not with a comedian. And anyway.
Like you get an offer to do a show and you're like, I gotta do that or whatever. Or is that?
Yeah, I kind of like jump on an opportunity to show, but not. I also have like really bad ADHD or strong ADHD. So I feel like I'm forgetful about agreeing to something that's not immediately in my mind, right? So I've been like, oh yeah, we can go. Or like, you know, it's like a guy has been like asking me about Thursday, and it's like, yeah, we can go do something Thursday evening, but then I get an offer to do a spot somewhere. And so I'll just say yes, because it's like on the forefront, or it's like,
right.
And so anyway, what's my point of this? My point is like you in this instance trying to wrangle comedians to join you in doing crafts.
Yeah,
like you're like I'm being like comedians are being me. What? Like, you know what I mean? Like, because comedians are prone to being like, oh, huh? Oops, I have to go do this thing, and not really thinking about things I agreed to, or
you're also like doing well in comedy. Like I was trying to have like you, Nico, like Zach Zimmerman and Jay Jordan, and I'm like, well, all of you are like doing well enough that it's like very, very reasonable that everybody at some point each night is going to have something. You know what I mean?
Well, I'm glad that it worked out this way.
Yeah. It's also just
fun.
It fits easier in my room. Like having one, you imagine having all like.
It'd be kind of fun. It'd be kind of like silly,
it's
like a camp
this.
thing.
Yeah.
It'd be fun. But this is nice. It's comfortable. This is fun. This is like intimate.
I'll try to keep doing it, but I'm doing solo eps as well.
Oh, no, with you just.
Yeah. I'll do
you mean you want to keep trying to do groups?
Yeah, but maybe I'll try to do solo eps to people and then bring them back in a group and stuff like that. I'll do a little mix.
This is neat. I'm
got them. What'd you make? What have you made so far? Let's check.
Can I do a show and tell?
Craft check-in, yeah.
This is great.
Well, you do.
I really love getting to play with things. Okay, so I just made a sort of like card of little creatures, of eyeball systems, creatures.
Put it to the camera. Can I put it to the camera?
Yeah.
A system of creatures, you said?
Yeah. It's like cellular.
Take a look at this.
It's like,
oh, wow.
it can be kind of whatever.
That reminds me of Spore. Like you ever play the video game Spore? Are you a gamer?
No. But I feel like I have a lot of respect for the world of gaming. I just never really got into it. But
I appreciate that.
Spore, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm like, I feel the way about like
I respect your
like
culture.
D&D or something, or Lord of the Rings. I'm like, I don't really know, but I feel like warmly towards that.
Just like a bow.
Yeah, like a bow. Like I recently heard somebody in a podcast talking about like they were talking broadly about Housewives, right? Like Real Housewives franchise, which I don't really, I've never really seen it.
Franchise? You can open up your own? Sorry.
Real House.
I'm going to open up my own Real Housewives.
franchise.
You know when you go to like a Taco Bell and it's like the fancy Taco Bell?
Oh, yeah.
I'm gonna do that, but
I
it's
live
Real
near
Housewives and we're serving pizza.
You're serving pizza at this. But anyway, somebody was like, oh, I don't partake, but I respect that. I think that's how I feel about like...
Video games?
Sorry, so Spore, what happens in Spore?
Well, Spore is like microbial... At the beginning, it's a microbial environment.
Ooh,
You're
and
like
then they evolve.
guy. Yeah.
Well, that sounds awesome.
That's a cool game. They kind of nerfed it. They showed a cool demo where it was more interesting. Then they nerfed it. Hell yeah.
Jewelry?
Love that. That's like a worm. That's how a worm would wear a friendship bracelet.
Yeah, that's how the only way a worm could wear. Have you ever dissected a worm?
Not for school.
Oh, wait, this is so fun to talk to you because... what? Sorry, also, I didn't register. Not for school.
I've like smushed worms and stuff. I was like a kid.
To see what's happening.
Or like finding smushed ones on the blacktop and being like, all right, let's take a look at this. I don't really remember.
I think if you smushed a worm
I don't remember doing it. Sorry, what?
You don't remember doing it in school? I do.
No. I never actually took any of the classes where you dissect stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Like, we did like owl pellets, but I never got to do the frog or anything. I like the frog. Dissecting a frog would have been up my alley. But
yeah, that is up your alley.
Didn't take that class. Can I see this? I'd like the thing.
The which thing?
The main piece. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's take a look. You got a bunch of little fellas. I like that they all got like this guy's got 4 eyes. Like it's like it's like we're looking under a microscope at a bunch of little dudes.
I know. I kind of wish I had those as like little pets.
This is yours to keep, by the way. Of course.
Thank you so much, Benny.
Oh, I gotta show you what I made. It's a sort of
wait. I love this.
Eyeball clock. The numbers are 1, 12, 4, and 7.
Wow,
and,
this is incredible.
Tick, tick.
1, 12, 4, and
tick.
7.
And the hand the hand only goes. Let me bring it to the camera.
This is amazing. It really like
the hand only goes up and into the clock. What?
It really deconstructs what a clock means to us. It's kind of Dali, but more edge pushing.
I appreciate that. I also just sort of wanted to shove this through a piece of paper, and then I was like, it kind of looks like the hand of a clock.
I like the mechanics of it.
Thank you. I'll probably throw that shit out. I keep the ones that I think aesthetically fit the space, but sometimes I kind of just make some shit from
There's a lot of fun thingies in here.
I appreciate
a lot of frog elements. Yes, I've dissected a frog. I've dissected a worm, but
oh yeah, you dissected boring. You dissected?
Yeah, I've dissected a critter here or there.
Yeah,
but in like a grade school science context. So the worm was boring because it's just kind of like dirt. Whereas obviously even like amphibians, like a frog is like, there's a lot happening. But then I remember that this reminded me of dissecting a worm where you slice it open vertically, but it's like.
Just dirt.
Just dirt. So what they
dirt
eat.
And hearts.
It's like, oh right, like probably a tiny, tiny little heart.
Yeah.
And a huge asshole.
Wait, I did this like nature camp when I was a kid, and that's been
nice.
Yeah, I mean that's been very formative to kind of like my interest in aesthetic and stuff. I'm curious if you've got like some shit like that growing up.
Yeah. I think so. Right, because I feel like what I realized just now is that you have much more. You're more prolific about this, but I have some animal and nature material.
I just love that space. That's how I like.
It's so fun.
But I like that you're like
a king.
You've got very prolific in the spiral and history space.
Yeah, that's where I cap. That's where I tap out creatively.
Can I tell you a George Washington Carver joke, by the way?
Yeah, can you tell me it?
He had invented all those uses for peanut butter, including like shampoo. But like before he knew that would work, he's just like rubbing peanuts on his head. That's it. That's the whole idea. I just thought that was funny.
I think that image is so funny.
It's like incredibly funny.
I've actually tried to write sketches about George Washington Carver, but I couldn't. Nothing that really landed.
But I guess my thought there is like sometimes I touch into history and
oh yeah.
The animals. What's this
how you feel about STEM?
Yeah,
oh yeah, I don't know. It's just that I think my parents were really. They were like into bringing my sister and I, since we were little, to different kinds of museums and different kinds of explore-oriented institutions. And we were in Japan for most of our childhoods, which is like
not same, but go on.
Really, but like there's like a lot of stuff for kids, and it's very like culturally, I would say, Japanese cities have a lot of like spaces for kids to get. There's some soil under their fingernails and like explore insects and.
This is really fascinating. How long did you live in Japan?
So
you should have more material about like the Tokugawa shogunate or something.
Yeah, I actually have. Right, actually I have. Sorry, I'm interested in the Tokugawa shogunate, and I'm really interested in this specific history that's like about the Portuguese and ultimately the Dutch going to Japan and sort of still conducting trade through this early 17th century. Like I've like thought about that a lot historically. I've done research on it for papers. It's like something I'm really into. So yeah, that's like something that I would love to create comedy around. I moved So I was born there. I mean, we lived for a few years in Singapore when I was 4th, 5th, 6th grade. Then we moved back and forth a bit. Like, then ultimately we moved from Japan.
Singapore to Japan, like back and forth.
Japan, yeah. So after Singapore, back to Japan.
What?
Then the middle of 9th grade, when I was in the middle of 9th grade, we moved to outside of Philly.
Oh, wait, that's right.
Right.
That's
how we talked about this, but we're from similar.
Yes.
We're from like around each other. Or like,
Yeah.
so my dad's from Philadelphia, and my parents met in Philadelphia. But before my sister and I were born, my mom was like, who grew up in Japan, was like, I'm moving. Like,
are you Japanese? Are you?
I'm a quarter. So my mom's half, but was born and raised in Japan. But then my grandfather sent all of his daughters to university in the U.S., which was like in the 70s, obviously. So
I assume you speak Japanese.
Yeah, it's my first language.
Cool, neat. That's interesting stuff.
So I love language jokes too, but for some reason I'm struggling to come up with a lot of Japanese stuff. It's just like, I mean, I don't mean stuff in Japanese. I mean like stuff about Japanese language for maybe similar reasons where I like can't force myself to write something. I'm like, okay. Like I want to write a joke about this, but I'm having a hard time figuring out like anything like clarity or punchline. Okay. So, and it's kind of about how, because like as a kid's like, how do I say this? My Japanese is like I don't know dirty talk in Japanese because I didn't use it. You know what I mean? Like I wasn't an adult in Japan,
right?
or like yeah. So but so then when I learn like slang like that, it's kind of like later, or when I spent my junior year of college back in Japan, and that's where I got a lot of like slang because before that I was like in middle school and like a little bit of 9th grade where I went to an English language school, but obviously people were using Japanese slang around me, but not quite like sexual yet, you know. So then I later learned like, okay, there was just something interesting to me about this. So sorry, I didn't mean to fondle myself. And I just so it's breath. Like, huh?
Yeah.
Oh no, I was touching my boob because it's about what I'm about to say. So
gotcha.
my lung is in a different sorry, you say nipples. So the slang for nipples in Japanese, you can say like mame, which means bean. And this is literally from my mom being like, she'll say this sentence in English, except she'll say the word mame. She'll be like, your mames are showing. Like if I'm wearing a shirt or dress where she thinks that they're showing. It's a very like mom thing, right? Your mames are showing. And mame just means bean in Japanese. Like edamame, you know, it's just like,
right.
It has a kind of, it refers to the kind of bean. But like bean in English is a slang for clit. Right? But then also like, so slang for clit in Japanese
is... I said, like it's nude. Nude to me.
Yeah. Slang for chestnut in Japanese, like a chestnut in Japanese... Oh, wait, fuck. It's the other way around. Sorry. Slang for clit in Japanese is chestnut? The word for chestnut, which is kuri.
Wait, are chestnuts different in Japan? Or chestnuts...
I know, I kind of don't understand it. I'm like, what?
Yeah.
But... Because it's like, maybe they're just like smaller and like cuter because it's Japan.
It could be. Yeah. Like they literally might have a different type of like chestnuts.
Yeah, and maybe so. But like, like a little roasted chestnut.
Or bigger clits.
That's possible. I don't really know. But, so like, okay, so it's just this like a weird web of like connections where like the slang in Japanese for clitoris is the word for chestnut. The slang for clit in English is the word bean. The word for bean in Japanese is the slang for nipples. There's like a web here that I'm trying to sort out, but I don't know how to connect them or how to make a joke about it. It's just like a thing I'm thinking about.
And then chestnut, nutting on a chest, something.
Wait.
Something there?
Wait, that's so funny because I think that the punchline would have to be really fun and like silly, like like that.
Or you go really.
Wait, I'm inspired.
No.
Go really racist? That's what I was thinking about. I was going, and then, so I was like literally thinking about being like the way that, because then but it's crazy because like the way you say chestnut in Japanese is like Pikachu, or like something, like just like something in a Japanese accent. And also I want to write a joke about how I'm allowed to use a Japanese accent. I can.
Because you are from there. And like, it's interesting. You ever do it on stage? And You could do a little bit of a reveal where you do it first in a way that makes the crowd go, "Whoa, like, what the hell?"
Yeah,
and then you go, "Hey, by the way."
Yeah.
Just kidding.
I've got that ching chong in my blood. Okay, I'm allowed to say that. So I'm allowed to say that I took Mandarin for 2 years. So
I'm allowed to say it because I technically have the pass to say anything. As long as I say it a certain way with a level of plausible deniability.
Right, that's how that goes. Oh, I like
but I don't use that power.
No, that's why you're good. That's what makes you like. Yeah, you don't use that power. You're aware of it, but I know what you're talking about.
Fun to go. There's an alternate path where I could go evil Benny, which I think is funny. But
that'd be really interesting. What would spark that?
If I was forced to under fascism, no, I don't think I would do that.
Right.
No, I'm not.
Right.
I still wouldn't. I don't know.
Right. It's like, hey, you're gonna be on Kill Tony.
Yeah.
Or.
If Mr. Beast offered me $10,000, I'll say whatever the fuck.
I just learned. Wait, did we talk about this? Because I'm having a weird flashback because I was talking
Mr. Beast a little bit, maybe.
Because what? I was, you know how talking about. Were we recently, you know, all together? Yeah, because you were on my show, maybe.
Yes.
We were talking about this.
I don't know.
My relationship to Mr. Beast, my biblical relation. No.
Wait, that sounds. Wait.
Why does this? I don't know.
Say more stuff.
But it's just that I didn't know who he was until I did Stavros' podcast. Because at the end of it, Stavros was like, "Hey, I have free chocolate. Do you guys want some?"
Oh, it's Feastables?
So Mr. Beast like sent him chocolate? What's a Feastable?
That's funny. That's Mr. Beast's chocolate.
Chocolate?
Brand.
It must have been that. So he like sent Stav like chocolate bars, like a box of chocolate. And so anyway, that's how I learned who Mr. Beast was, because I was like, what? Like, who's Mr. Beast? So
I don't think, maybe we talked about that, but I've been doing a bunch of like threads about Mr. Beast.
I really like your thread tone.
you know what I try to do? I appreciate that. I know what you're talking about. And I wish I could say the same, but I think the way that I maintain my thread tone is I don't look at threads because the fucking, the fucking vibe there is dog shit. Wait, also
it's dog shit. Sorry, I feel like there's a lot of.
I had a circle back on.
There's like threads in our conversation that I've derailed us from.
Oh no! Why? It's the idea of it's something about Japan, but I forget what it was.
Oh yeah. Oh fuck.
I had a joke about
Japan. Japanese history. Do you have a joke about the Tokugawa shogunate?
No, not about the Tokugawa shogunate, but you know what it was? You know when people were getting canceled for like old racist tweets and stuff like that?
Oh yeah.
I've sort of several years ago I seeded this idea where I kind of put out this apology for my future racist tweets about how like Japanese people have like really nice like powerful good toilets and whatnot.
Yeah.
That means they must all have really messy holes in Japan or whatever.
That's so funny.
And so I've got this old tweet from like 2019 loaded up. That's me apologizing for saying that about Japanese people. And so then at some point I want to pull the trigger where I kind of do a racist thing about Japanese people having messy buttholes.
I think that's interesting, Benny.
But the thing is that I don't know if right now is the right climate and or time.
So, right. It's like the climate was Biden's America.
Yeah.
Because there's like a weird pendulum, you know.
No, true. That was Trump's. Yeah,
I mean.
Yeah, sorry.
No, sorry. I didn't mean to speak over you.
No. I interrupted back because I was like the first one was seeded back in like first era of Trump.
Right.
Yeah.
But I kind of know what you mean. Like the era right now is like, okay, I feel like something, I have a few things to comment on, including toilets. So I'm going to put a pin in that.
Go for it.
But the thing about like comedy culture, whatever, like is like in the first Trump era. And I was like doing comedy in DC. So I just remember a little bit how like the Trump interns and stuff, like those people changed the landscape of comedy audiences like during the summers during Trump's DC. I remember that. But I think culturally broadly, comedy got like obviously really woke and reactionary towards Trump. And then there was like a few things like out of that, which was like a reaction to that or like rolling eyes at like quote unquote woke comedy or like progressively mind or like progressive like clapter oriented comedy, and I understand why those reactions happened, even though there were like you know like anti PC like trends. Even though that's like lame and not thoughtful, like I understand how those grew out of like the first reaction to Trump, and so I feel like, so then I think now, however, the tone is getting so bizarre and fraught that it's like. Actually, if somebody does something that's playing with PC lines, I wonder if it just gets more politicized. It's like fucked. Like the tone right now, this month is like, everything's fucked.
Yeah.
It's serious, right? So it's funny, like, I was going to say, like, to play around with and I can feel that even when I'm being kind of a heel, in the extent that I can be, like, if I have a joke about, like, I have a joke about, it's like stupid joke about how the reason I shouldn't have a gun. But then I can just like feel more tension around it now, or like I have a line about Obama and nature documentaries, and how it's like, oh, here comes Obama once again. He like narrated one, so it's like, here comes Obama once again claiming a white man's job, and step aside, David Attenborough. But the point is that now I feel more tension around that line just because of the like what's going on, and I feel like in Biden's America, people could be more like playfully racist,
right?
Culturally,
or at least with what you're doing, there's a certain clear irony.
Yeah,
like
the clear.
It's like the irony is like a little bit like people are like, all right, hold on, what are we talking about? And some people like for real believe XYZ thing in like an earnest way, and it's like dangerous. Yeah, I do think. I think that under. Also, I think we're.
Sorry.
We're coming close to an hour, but I think that under the first Trump administration, there was major pushback that happened in like the second year, and then also again in like the fourth year.
Right. Interesting.
Like the Me Too movement and all that cultural backlash was the second year in, and then like the George Floyd protests, et cetera, was like the fourth year.
Fourth year, right? 2020.
And I think right now under this new Trump thing. Like I think he's really seeding, not CED but SEED, seeding.
SEED, yeah. I see.
Planting the seeds. There's a lot of fucking cultural dog shit and kindling that I think that there's gonna be mass. I think there's gonna be a mass protest and movement.
I think something.
We need like a spark or something.
Yeah, I think that there will be a spark, some kind of catalyst, and it's a little bit like, I don't.
It's like, what is it going to be?
Yeah, I know what cost. Like,
and in some stuff, it's like, well, why is that not the spark yet? But I think there's a lot of like straws that are being put on the camel, and it's like, damn, that camel's still going. But
I know, wild.
You know what I mean? But like you see videos of people getting abducted from their homes, or not from their homes,
right?
Or
from work, or homes, or whatever's going on.
From wherever, yeah.
That stuff, I know, right? And that's my other thing. You asked me how I've been, or what's new earlier. I've been really obsessed with like the Epstein stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, no, that I'm excited about.
I know, I'm excited about it.
I do think that, and maybe you'll agree with me here, I do think that like a lot of this stuff, maybe part of why stuff hasn't really like fully blown up quite yet is because as a culture collectively, we're kind of going, let's see what happens with that real quick. Let's just wait a second and see. Somebody's got the files. Are they going to come out? Like I think like it'd be a little bit silly right now to do a mass like movement until we have all the information. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Right. And unnecessarily frame or like inaccurately frame Trump or something, because that's just worse for the left.
Yeah, but that's almost, I mean, there's almost no fucking way that like he's whatever. Anyway,
I know. Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to go down this path. No. It was just something that I've been. My new little thing is that I'll listen to the news like all day in kind of a hyper focus way. That's like maybe unhealthy, but that's what I've been doing.
This is now Pod Save America, but I guess
which I just discovered kind of. I think that guy's hot. Okay, continue.
just kind of the thought being though, like, you know, if it does come out officially or whatever, I think that also will rally a lot of independents and such I think we're just kind of waiting for like a stronger case to be made for the broad, you know what I mean? But
Right.
Yeah. Also, we're at about an hour.
Okay.
I'm kind of wrapping up on my political point. Would you like to add to that political space? I kind of just ranted at the end.
No. Well, there's like a few things that I feel like we started to talk about.
Yeah, you got a couple. Tie up all your loose ends. We got Japan. We got formative stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we just like went to a lot of, you know, like we would go. It's not like we were a huge camping family or that my parents are particularly outdoorsy, but we would go camping. They like definitely you know, I was like really into crystals as a kid, so I would get a lot of like into like in a geological sense. Oh my God, look at all these rocks.
Yeah.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, I feel like you and I had similar family values.
Like, yeah, I was gonna ask do you have a similar? Oh, sorry to touch your snake.
No, please.
Yeah, I think so. What do you have? Like how were you?
Loved like we would always go to like the Natural History Museum.
Yeah,
and stuff
yeah,
like
exactly.
That. Yeah.
That's really cool.
That's them.
Can I pick it up?
Yeah. That's the squad. I forget what that was.
Oh my God, Fetties.
It might be my 18th birthday.
Oh something. Yeah. Do you know where this was?
Plymouth. Yeah, that's out of Benihana. Yeah, we went to Hibachi for my 18th birthday.
Oh, cute. Wait, I met somebody. Did I meet? Remember when we were in Philly?
You might have met my sister.
I think I met your sister. Yes.
Yeah, wait.
She was at the show.
Yeah, when did what show did we do it in Philly together?
It was like around a holiday. It was around Thanksgiving, I want to say. Because Cameron was with you. He was like staying with your family.
Oh, in South Philly?
Well, we did a show.
It was like at a house. It's like a jazz house show.
What?
Venue.
This is awesome. No, we did a show together at, what's it called? There's just that bar that's by Rittenhouse. Fergie's. And then we went, sorry, just like touched the microphone. Then we went to this Irish bar near the art museum in Brewerstown.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. You met my younger sister. Yeah, Hannah. Yeah. That was me,
that's right.
you, David Feinberg, Lauren Ellis, Cameron Bradford.
Yeah.
Like some of my old friends. I forgot you were.
This is really random.
Part of that
I was
mix.
like part of you.
That's so
funny. I don't
funny.
think I was with anybody that I knew. I mean, I know you guys.
Yeah.
But I know. My sister lives near there, so yeah. My sister lives near the art museum.
Oh, so does my sister.
Oh, maybe that came
sister?
up. Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Interesting. That's where I was born over that way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, how cool.
Then we moved out to the
Burbles.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Wait, near. Do you mind doxing which suburb is that?
Oh, sure.
I was in Bluebell.
Okay, Bluebell, I know because that's where I took driving lessons. So
Same.
my parents are like Bryn Mawr area. Like I went. They live near Villanova and Bryn Mawr.
So cool. I kind of know.
The area. It's like near Lancaster Avenue and Ardmore.
Totally. I have a vague. I feel like I had a crush on a girl that went to Bryn Mawr or something.
Oh yeah.
Right? Was that a private school? That one?
Bryn Mawr is the university.
Oh.
But there's a few like there are private also girls' schools around there, including Agnes Irwin, and there's another one that starts with a B that I'm forgetting. And then I went to Radnor High School.
Oh sure. I knew some people at a synagogue who went to Radnor.
Oh really? Yeah, Small world.
Yeah. I would think we might be different ages though.
Yeah, I'm a lot older, I think.
Yeah.
I'm 54.
I'm 31. I don't know.
I'm 37.
Okay. Yeah.
So that means that maybe. So like I don't know. So maybe like So obviously we didn't overlap in terms of high school years, but like somebody maybe like a coach. Not that I played any sports, but like a coach went to your school that also coached. Like something along the
there's for
like
sure
theater. Yeah.
I bet if we went through our Instagram friends, you'd be like, there would be like a single one that would be like, oh, that guy.
Oh my God, my
you know what I mean?
20-year high school reunion is next year.
Oh wow, cool.
My friends and I.
Do you like going to those?
No, but I have two things to say about that. I've only been to one because one of the other one, the 10 year, I was in. I think I was like doing comedy or something. But anyway, I couldn't go. But then the 5-year I went to, and I remember it was like so crazy because I didn't drink in high school. My friends and I were pretty nerdy, but we had each other. And so my takeaway from the 5-year high school reunion was like, everybody got really drunk, but we were like just out of college. Everybody got really drunk and nobody knew how to drink around each other because the last time we all knew each other, we were like children, really. So it was such a weird, it was just like an extended party feeling that was kind of different because it was all these people that I had sort of forgot existed, but some people I still had like hang-ups about privately, and then now I feel so far away and I have no real interest in anybody, but I do have like the genuine desire to just go and be really hot and successful. And I'm not kidding about that. Like, that's the only reason I'm going. So, or kind of laugh with my friends about what's going on. But sure. How about you? Have you been to one?
I've been to 5 and 10-year, yeah.
Were they fun?
I actually did really enjoy them because I felt like...
People grow up.
Yes, people grow up. And I noticed that especially at the 10-year where it's like, oh, everybody is chilled out. Like
yeah.
The 5-year, there were certainly still a little bit of hang-ups. But
did it have like a party feeling? That's what...
The 5-year was more... Yeah,
people are younger. Yeah.
We did a bar crawl for the 5-year.
Oh, right, exactly.
That was absolutely a party.
But even then, sorry, I speak over you.
No, for sure. No, it still had a party vibe for the. We also did a bar. We like rented out a bar for the 10-year and like.
Oh, that sounds nice. That sounds honestly pretty nice.
It's absolutely a party. I drank a bit. And I don't usually. I try not to drink that much, but
yeah.
Seeing some of those old folks, it's fun.
Nice like opportunity too. Yeah. And I'm like sort of like. I don't know. I wasn't bullied or anything. I was just pretty quiet and I had moved from Japan. So I feel like I wasn't myself or didn't know. Like, I felt so not perceived in high school, which is okay with me, at the time. I still don't need to be perceived by them, but I feel so thankfully like not like that was my peak of my life,
Oh, yeah.
And so I'm kind of curious about going there with my friends, and obviously at my age too, like a lot of people have not just a baby, but several.
Oh yeah, I thought that was really interesting. Where it's like, I at the 10-year people were like engaged in stuff, and then my 15 is
coming
up, yeah. And so it's like I think that'll be interesting to be like, oh shit,
they're like kids,
like this is my child. And I'm like, oh fuck.
Yeah,
you see like people bring multiple kids and stuff like to.
Well, not because I've only been to the 5-year, but I know that we're going next year. So I know that my, like I just know through the grapevine or a friend of mine or two, like everybody in my close friend group except for one person has a baby, one person has 2, no, like one person has 4 kids. So I bet like that's pretty common, and I have to like. Anyway, so I'm curious.
Yeah, that's fascinating. Well. I could talk on this forever.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
In high school, I was like a very divisive character.
You were divisive?
Oh, yeah.
Interesting.
I was doing a lot of like bullshit. I was trying to be
divisive funny. In like a loved way?
No, see, that's the divisive comes in where some people loved it, some people really hated me.
What about faculty?
That's going to be divisive as well. It's going to depend on the teacher. I was doing a lot of like kind of prank oriented type
I
stuff.
see. I can see that. I mean?
And then like some people will really if you liked who I was pranking and why and how, then you know what I mean?
Right. That's so interesting. I can kind of I bet people had crushes on you cuz like people were drawn to that kind of energy,
that's not something I was able to read at the time. I mean, I had a high school girlfriend at the end.
Oh yeah.
But it's not something that's like I don't know when I learned how to read that. Do you know when you learned how to read that?
I don't know, because it's kind of interesting, right? Because it's like maybe gendered, but also I was just like so quiet in high school that I don't think. So I feel like I learned to read it maybe in later middle school, but I don't think I like had that much going on, in high school at least. And I had this whole thing happen because like you're familiar with the general, maybe just like the mainline area of this, like for what year was it? Junior year? It was like this time where it was like sophomore, semi-formal, and I had not been asked out, and I was crying to my mom, and she had this conversation with me about beauty standards, and it's like a pretty white area. And like I wasn't even aware of that really. It was like, obviously it's a pretty white high school, somewhat diverse, but it's like, and I had friends of color in my friend group, but like everybody else had been asked out on a date. So but I was also like very quiet and didn't really talk to boys that much either. So this whole thing happened, and then my friends arranged this guy to be my date, somebody that we knew, or like the boys that they were friends with. And he ended up being my little like boyfriend senior year. But we were like children. But
Right.
that was like my main relationship to that stuff. Like I would think it's still in high school. I was just really quiet and really enjoyed theater. But I feel like...
Did you do theater?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like, to an extent that I think that really helped me so much. It helped me like I won some award at the end. I won this
cool.
workshop, like Actors Workshop Award, and my mom thinks that it saved my life. I wasn't by any means like depressed. I think I was just really quiet, and I think it was hard for me to adjust from coming from a small kind of like Montessori type school, but for high school and middle schoolers in Japan to
American
like a big public high school. Yeah. It was like really
that's
tough.
crazy.
So I feel like I was so not divisive. Like I was just like a quiet person, like a mouse.
Church mouse.
Yeah, I was a church mouse.
That's fascinating. And now we're both
comedians
on stage.
What the hell? Random.
Folks.
Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we kind of kept going because we had more to say. We had more to chew on.
Yeah.
Listen, I could keep going if you're interested. But
I have to sort out my life right now.
Okay.
But I appreciate the opportunity. I would otherwise.
Yes. And you know what I'll do is I'll once this podcast, if it ever has enough clout that people want to do it of their own volition, I'll ask you to come back in a group setting, and then
that'd be fun.
Then everybody will be like, "Yes, let's schedule it."
That sounds. Yeah. I think it's such a fun premise for a podcast.
Cloud is a bludgeon. Do you have anything to?
And a blessing.
Not a blessing. It's a bludgeon.
No, I said and a blessing.
And a blessing.
I heard you correctly. Not two.
sorry. And a blessing. I think cloud should be edible.
What?
I think cloud should be edible.
Yeah, it sounds like something that is edible, by the way. Oh, I spread cloud on my toast, or
like if you have more clout, you should always be satiated.
Right. And if you have less clout, in the true sense of the word, you are perhaps more satiated spiritually, but less satiated like fiscally or Instagram. Yeah. Like.
No, I think it should literally be like food. Anywho, what do you have to?
Yeah, what do I have to promote? I actually things to promote.
I'm out of my mind.
One is that, please, I'm sorry, can you watch my special? It's on YouTube. It's free. It's a half hour.
I didn't know you had a special out.
Oh yeah, it's a little free half hour. It's called it got recently re-released through Comedy Dynamics, so it's touched up and everything. It's on YouTube. It's called That Is My Horse. It's 30 minutes for free on youtube.com. I filmed it in Raleigh and North Carolina. And secondly, I'm going to be at Union Hall headlining on September 22nd. It's a Monday. Nice. 7:30 p.m.
I'll put the link to Brittany's special in the thingy.
Come.
I'll also watch it. I got to check that out.
Oh, thanks. Yeah.
Go to the... go to the show. Oh wait, also I'm gonna be. I always forget to do this. I'm gonna be in Denver and Chicago and San Francisco in September. Ooh. Come on out. Bye. I should do that at the beginning or whatever. Anyway, peace.
Bye. Keep it crispy. Okay. Thanks so much for having me.